Escaping Pattaya to head over to Koh Larn Island. I'm going to show you the small places where the locals eat. I'm also going to show you a small place to stay for very inexpensive and a little bit about the nightlife. Let's check out Koh Larn. Today we're heading to the pier to take a ferry to Koh Larn.
Easiest way to get to the wharf is just you come down all the way to the water, start heading that direction. You're gonna walk right through Walking Street during the day. Walking Street during the day is very different. It's basically just, cargo vehicles coming in and delivering supplies for later that night. Very interesting change. But we're making our way towards the wharf. And when we get there, I'll show you where you jump on board the ferry, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. All right, we're making our way here. The wharf right there, that's where we're going to be jumping on. That takes us out to where, and just to kind of give you a little look at the water here, plenty of different boats. Here's a look at the piers. Okay, so we're going to be heading over here to A pier right about here, and that's just down right over here. That's where we're going to be picking up the ferry to Koh Larn. Let's go check it out. The pier is actually beautiful. Nice just to kind of come out on the pier and see this angle of Pattaya. It's very nice. Here we are making our way down to the ferries. They generally have one ferry that's here waiting. They leave about every hour, half hour. So throughout the whole day, don't worry about schedule. Just come down, pay, and jump on one. Here's a look at the schedules. This is going from Pattaya and then coming back from Koh Larn. And right here's one of the ferries just waiting. The next ferry is not going to leave for about an hour, so we got some time here. I'll walk around a little bit and just kind of check the area out. When you get on Koh Larn, just kind of walk away from the wharf area and just kind of explore some of the back roads and back streets on the island. There's a lot of these little alleyways like I'm in right now. You see how quiet it is. I'm 1 block away from the main arrival point, and just perfectly quiet. And just a nice little alleyway. This is exactly what you want to do. Okay, let's take a break for a second. When you get to Koh Larn, of course they're going to be trying to get you to rent a scooter and go to some of the smaller beaches. It's not a bad idea, and the scooters are cheap to rent as well. Just make sure that you videotape the scooter to show that you have no scratches or anything. When you get back, if they say, oh, look at you scratched something, you can show the video. It's a very typical Thai scam that I don't know if you see much of it anymore, but it is something that sometimes you see.
So just keep that in mind. Other than that, I mean, I just enjoy just walking around Koh Larn. That's, I just think it's beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful shrines, a lot of small coffee shops, and it's kind of away from the hustle and bustle of Pattaya. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I come over to Koh Larn Island not so much for the beaches and things like that. They have a tendency to be somewhat touristy. There's no doubt that you can relax and have a bite to eat at the beaches. Very expensive for Thailand standards, right? So I come over here to decompress. That's why I'm here. I come to Koh Larn to get away from pretty much everything, to get away from the world. We are a long ways away from everything here. We're even far away from Pattaya, the mainland of Thailand. You know, we took a long ferry ride to get far away. And it's about decompression to me. I've spent the last so many years of my life on a very strict schedule, waking up at a certain time, working. The last 5 years of my life have been working in dangerous areas around the world, areas that came under weekly attack. And yeah, you know, I kind of needed to decompress. I didn't need action. I didn't need nightlife. I didn't need a busy beach with jet skis. I needed a little coffee shop with an upstairs area like this. Did a fantastic cappuccino overlooking the water. It's really, this is what I needed. You don't have to go a mile a minute. You don't have to constantly be rushing around. You don't have to constantly be looking for something to entertain you. In fact, it's just the opposite. It's coming here to get away from all that. I find peace on Koh Larn just relaxing with a cup of coffee and watching people walk by. That's it.
Okay, so we're gonna rent this motorbike right here. All right. So as always, like I told you guys before, always do a little video tape of the motorbike.
You can ride it?
Yes, I can ride it.
Yeah.
This is the motorbike we're gonna check out here. Go for a nice little ride around Koh Larn.
After searching around for a room to stay for the night, because everything was pretty booked up, I found this great little spot, and it's only a couple of doors down from some of the restaurants and nightlife. So, all right, let's go check this place out. Let's get close, yep. Okay. Oh, yeah, pretty good. I was very happy to find a place that had a room. This These are two local establishments that were just down the road from where I'm staying. I was a little early, about 10, 11 o'clock at night. These places were really packed. I was kind of glad to get here a little bit early. I ordered some food and just kind of relaxed. The music was Western dance music, so I had to remove that music from the video, of course, but they did have fantastic food. And like I said, later on that night, the whole place just got really crowded. I'd kind of head out after that. It got to be really crowded, and that's good. I didn't realize they had a big nightlife like they actually do on Koh Larn Island. All the tourists came out and enjoyed the music, so that's cool. It was about 11, maybe closer to midnight. I stopped and found a great little place serving pork noodles. I spiced it up, and this is just perfect evening after you maybe had a drink or two. This is just a great meal. I love this. Heading back to Pattaya in the morning. What a wonderful trip over to Koh Larn.
All right, well, we got off the boat here, so now we're back in Pattaya, and I'm gonna head back to, first I might stop and grab a little bite for breakfast somewhere, but I'm gonna head back to my room here in Pattaya and get cleaned up. It was a wonderful trip, really, you know. It's not expensive. I found some places that were not any more expensive than they are here in Pattaya to stay. I found places to eat that were no more expensive as well. And so it really just, again, gets to the point where you have to kind of get away from the tourist environment. You just got to get like one block off of that, and then you're going to start paying local prices for everything, you know. I was very happy to find a room that was open, since most of the places that I went to were booked. But yeah, we'll talk again. That's Koh Larn. Check it out when you come over here.